while for people to click into the live video. If you have any questions, just type it in and I'll try to answer to the best of my ability. I hope I get some individuals to tune in tonight. Let me know you're here. Assalamu alaikum, Taisha. Hey. Assalamu alaikum. Alaikum salam. I got you, Basima. We all gonna do this together. Hi, Miss Vicky. Please, if you have any questions, type it in, and I'll try to keep up and answer questions, and this is how we do it. No, it's not easy. It's I just been doing it for a minute, so God, I hope I can keep up with all three of them again this year, because it was hard. It is hard. But I hope to give you some tips throughout the years. I want to do some other things with this page. I want to guide people with trying to assalamu alaikum, with fixing their credit, give tips on debt to income ratio, a whole bunch of things. So I have the forms, and I will post them on my group page, and I have them if you need them. So I don't know how long I have a few people here, but you know how we do. We fashionably late. Oh, thank you. I wonder if people are watching. Well, I know people are watching, but sometimes when we sitting in silence, you can inbox me if you don't feel comfortable posting in a live forum. That's fine for me too. Let me see what you're saying, Miss Vicky. Oh, that's cool. So I'm just going to start talking, and then again, I'll just keep reading the messages you guys post up. So I hope I don't go in and out. I'm still in Alabama. I still have the flu, but it's not stopping me. But it is what it is. So assalamu alaikum. I want to disclose to everybody that I am not a financial advisor. And I don't want to be a broken record, but I just want to keep reiterating the things that you need to do, or the things that I've done over the years that has helped me along the way. And so it's not foolproof, but I'm sure you can benefit from it. And please let me know if something happens with my volume, because these iPhones, I don't know where the speaker is, or I'm just engaged in talking that I miss it. So it's the end of 2018's 52-week challenge. I did all three of the challenges. So what happens is I have the penny challenge, the $1 challenge, and the $5 challenge. And again, if you do the penny challenge, the minimum you would have is $667. That's minimum using the penny challenge. The $1 challenge would give you $1,378. And the $5 challenge gives you like $6,700 minimum. So going forward, in 2019, the first Friday in 2019 is when I'm going to post the amounts. Now, usually with the penny challenge, I usually post the cents per day, but I'm going to do it by the week, so it'll tell you the total that you would have saved the first week if you were counting your pennies. And if I see that it's not working and people aren't comprehending what I'm saying, then I could modify it. And I also need to say there are plenty variations of the different challenges out there, but to keep it simple and not to confuse people, I'm just going to do the 3. The penny challenge on a weekly basis, the dollar challenge on a weekly basis, and the $5 challenge on a weekly basis. Now, if you know of some other challenges and you can keep up with them, because I understand people get paid every 2 weeks, and I understand people get paid, some people get paid once a month. So I'm just going to try to keep up with everybody. And please, if you fall behind, just simply pick back up wherever you are. Just don't stop saving, because everything, can be caught back up. So going forward, like I said, we're going to do the penny challenge, the $5 challenge, and the 52-week challenge. The pennies, $1 and 5s. As far as credit, every 2 weeks, I'm going to give you tips on monitoring your credit and things you need to be on the lookout for, and things that I've done over the years to help me secure my bag, right? So, hi, Stephanie. Just, small things. And if I can encourage all of us, like, I need this to be a forum where we're just being honest, and we can be honest about everything, going forward in the new year. Like I said, I'm going to touch on the credit, mental illness, because I realize that not having money is a stress factor. And so you can, all of it is like, it's all woven together. So, yes, I have I have mugs, they're $10. I have T-shirts, they're $20. I have calendars, they're $20. This week, if you hit me up, I'll meet you somewhere. If you want to get them, you can get anything from me. If you're in the city, I have some of my calendars at Walaikum Assalam, Stacy, at Najla's Sling and Wings. So on those calendars, I'm highlighting 10 entrepreneurs, local entrepreneurs, and each month the highlighted entrepreneur for the month of January is Maliha Khan and Carrots by Maliha. Each one of the vendors, I'm not sure the exact dollar amount, but will offer you a discount. So the calendar is $20, but like I said, I'm showing you how to save money. So it's an investment, and you also will be able to get a discount off during the month, whatever month you purchase from that particular vendor. So saving is sexy. We're going to be doing the money challenges. We're going to be touching on some credit things you need to look out for, things you need to be mindful of. And if I could just tell you one thing about credit right here without being long-winded, is just that understanding your debt to credit ratio. Again, I'm not a financial advisor. I'm just telling you the things that I know. So if you look in terms of, let's say you go and you get a credit card, and the credit card is $1,000. You might be like, oh, wow, I got $1,000. No, in fact, you only have like $333 on that credit card, because the minute you spend over a third of that credit card, your credit score starts to tank. So that's what you need to be mindful for. I can tell you, like, at sometimes, I don't mind being honest. There was a time when my credit score was 500. I mean, it was years ago, but I remember when it was 500. So I'm just mindful of the things that need to happen with how we pay our debt off, and also paying ourselves, because it doesn't matter how much you make. We have to be able to save a little bit, because we never know when something's going to happen. Is it realistic that we're going to have 6 months worth of income sitting somewhere? Not in this day and age. I don't have 6 months. I'm sure I could survive right now because I try to live within my means, but I wish I just had 6 months worth to pay everything. No, I doubt it. We got 6 months to figure it out on unemployment. How about that? So I just try to be honest. I would say, I was thinking today, I was like, I haven't had a new car in years. But you know what? That was a conscious decision. I'm never going to have a new car. I just don't understand it. Like, we live in the city. Where are you driving to? Even if you drive 10, 15 miles a day, why a $30,000 car note? Because yes, it says 24, but by the time you pay interest on it, and that's even with good credit, unless you go in and getting no, interest loan, why? You could buy something nice between $5,000 and $7,000 and it lasts you a couple years, which would let you save a couple dollars. So again, this is not to be preachy. And if you don't like the direction that the conversation is going, just type it in there and say, Bashira, can you talk about this or whatever? But be mindful that somebody is sitting here that may want to ask a question and they may be afraid or shy to. So I'm just going to try to think about the things that when I'm having conversations with my girlfriends, what we talk about. And all the things that I came to discover in regards to saving money and hi Toya, and how to pay bills and pay down debt was from trial and error. It's from trial and error. And so what I find in the Black community with women, we don't necessarily sit and talk about, we're not honest with each other, and I think that's what we need to do. So just from this little forum right here, I had people see me in the store and be like, I'm following you or whatever, and it's heartwarming. So I really appreciate it. And it's not to I'm always mindful of what it is that I'm doing and how I'm projecting myself, because I have failures too, but it's never to fall down. It's to get up. The strength is in the get up. So we all have been through it. We all gonna get through it. And this is just, I need to see you guys doing some stuff this year. So even if it's just saving, who knows what's going to come. Your kids might want something, something might happen at school, a project you want them to do, and you'll have a couple dollars to be able to provide them with that. So yes, we're going to do the penny challenge, the dollar challenge, and the $5 challenge. Anybody have any questions in regards to the challenges, the credit building? I recommend, for myself, I use Credit Karma. And I also, at the first of the year, I go on freecreditreport.com and I get a free credit report from them also. But freecreditreport.com, sometimes they ask you to put your credit card in there for $1, and you need to remember that before the 30 days is up to cancel it, because they will be charging you monthly. Which is really why I just stick with, tell people to do Credit Karma, because you can hit that all day, every day, and it won't affect your credit. I will tell you that sometimes Credit Karma is off, maybe I've noticed sometimes 15 to 30 points. But if you can remember that in your head, if they telling you 640, you might actually be a 620, But 620 is the goal, minimum, that you want to try to achieve. Because 620, you can actually buy a house. So, here you can actually buy a house, but, it's a lot of stuff that they don't tell you with buying a house. I have a house, and, sometimes I don't think it's, all that it's cracked up to be, especially when you factor in your age and things of that nature. So, I would just say, be mindful, look at everything, and, just tell me what you want to know. And before, if I don't talk about it in the current live, the next time that we have live, I will have the information for you, because I know a lot of people with resources, and I can get information to share, because that's what I'm all about. I'm about sharing. And again, I need to see all of us with a seat at the table, all of us changing our mindsets, moving forward, just to enlighten everybody as to what saving is about. Let me give you a tip on saving, and maybe you think that you don't know how to save. But let's say, for instance, if you had an expense that you had on a monthly basis, and something happened and you really needed that money, but you've been paying that bill for a couple of months, a year, 18 months. a good practice would be just to continue to save that amount of money. And I'll give you an example. Back in 1993, I worked at Claridge, and we paid $20 to park, $25. It was a parking lot up on Atlantic Avenue. It was called Praise the Lord. And then the Claridge offered us free parking. So after we got free parking, I just continued to save the $25. You know, and you may think that that's a little bit of money, but $25 a month, that's $300. You know, $300, you could treat yourself something. You know, if you have a home, I touched on this in one of my lives before. I read somewhere that women are the fastest growing segment. African American women are the fastest growing segment of people becoming new home owners. So, but it also says when you have a house, you need to invest $1,500 a year in repairs. So, if you're doing a dollar challenge, that's $1,300 right there. Because you never know, it's that little thing, that hot water heater breaks. You know, you might want to buy some new ceiling fans for your house. Who knows? But it's just, we have to get in the habit of saving money. And there was a time when I couldn't do all three. I was only doing one, but I did it because school clothes shopping, whatever, the holidays you may celebrate or whatever you don't celebrate. But just to be able to say, I have a couple coins, walaikum assalam, is what we need to learn to do. And it's each one teach one, you know. None of us, I'm not rich. I'm no better than the next person. I go to work every day, you know. I have a nice job and it affords me some things, but I'm enjoying my life too. So maybe in the new year I need to buckle down and maybe not travel as much, but that's not going to happen because that's what I want to do. But I do save money in other areas. You could do the 401k. You got pension plan. Like, as we're getting older, we need to change our mindset on some things. Sometimes I look and I say, oh my God, a lot of material things. Like, do I really, really need $3,000 and $4,000 worth of jewelry? Like, is that necessary? It could have been an investment somewhere. I want to learn the stock market, you know. So if anyone is on here and you are have information on that, we can learn that. We can learn it together. I want to just do different things. Anybody have a question for me? Like I said, I will post probably on the 1st or 2nd. I will post the forms. You know, I'm actually selling the forms. If you can't print them out yourself, you can get all 3 forms for $5. But I will make them available on the page. The page is not set up. You can write a post, and I have to approve it because sometimes I have people going back and forth, and this is to be informative. I don't want to be negative on here. I don't want to go back and forth as a saying so-and-so said this or whatever. This is what I do. This is how I'm sharing how over the years I've saved money, you know. And this year I saved, 2 years back to back, I saved $13,000. So again, a job affords me to be able to do that, and all the side hustles that you see me doing, you know, I'd encourage you to become an entrepreneur. Do something. Let your passion drive you. You know, I didn't know I was going to make cakes and things of that nature, but everything that I make a little bit of coins off of is based on the things that I do. I do side work, whether it's plumbing, whether it's air conditioning, refrigeration, electrical stuff, whatever. We got to secure the bag. If it's something that you like doing, that, you know, your family members know that you are good at doing, like, why do you have to keep doing it for free? Invest in yourself. I said last time, like this time of the year, February, you'll see Essence Magazine, Ebony Magazine. They'll run articles on how to start new businesses for $500. You see people saying, I started up, I became a millionaire overnight. Did you see the Sister Super Scent? In 90 minutes, she made $1 million, and she didn't even have the product because she didn't think that it was going to pop off the way that it did. But all of us have that potential. It's just getting and investing in something that, that people are going to want to take advantage of and enjoy. So, yes, I have new business cards with the Saving is Sexy. If you have an organization, your church, masjid, whatever it is, I'll come. I take in-kind donations, whatever, because I just think that we need to focus on these things. I also touched on with you guys the last time, people don't like insurance for religious purposes or whatever, but I don't like people always asking for stuff when it doesn't, it's not fitting the criteria of the things that we see in our neighborhood. Like I said, you see someone's murdered. When they're murdered, their outfits might be $2,000-$3,000 worth of clothes that they have on, but yet you see somebody asking for a GoFundMe to bury their loved ones. It's not making sense. It's the mindset. So, there was a time, I don't know when, I've always had insurance since I was 19, and I understand, like, Islamically, people say that you can't insure your life, so, but that's a different subject. But I'm talking about realistically, all of us, majority of us are living paycheck to paycheck. Nobody just has money sitting places. I'm one generation out of the projects, and I tell my kids that all the time. It's just that I don't have a margin for error. I don't have anybody to say, I'm going to be short on my mortgage this month. Can you give me a couple $100? That doesn't happen for me. It hasn't happened for me in raising my daughters. So it's just being mindful and helping each other with the things that we know. If you know something, Aisha, if you know something, Miss Debbie, if you know something, anybody on here, if you know something that worked for you, please share. Because, I understand I might make a little bit more than a couple people, but it ain't that much more. It ain't that much more because my overhead might be more, even though I don't have credit card debt. I don't have credit card debt. It's huge. Yes, and janazas aren't free. Janazas run about $3,500. So simple, get some life insurance. I encourage people to get life insurance, and I'm sorry, astaghfirullah, maybe I shouldn't, but at 1 month this, I think it was October, we had almost 8 people die in our community. Senseless. It wasn't from violence or anything like that, but we had some death in our community, and I can recall seeing some GoFundMe up, and I understand it's going to happen, but it's happening almost like people, that's their insurance policy. Like I did it. Yes, you're very smart. But
it was too hard.
Okay, we just try again.
I did it.
Yay. So we just try to teach each other what we know. I feel like at some point there's been a disconnect where we don't sit down and just do these honest conversations. And I respect my friends, That's why I have the title of most of my friends. I'll be like, you my sister, because we have honest conversations with one another. And that's what we're supposed to do as a people. We have got to get to the next level, because we keep on saying, I can't. This is what Saving is Sexy is about. Just showing small progressions. Everybody ain't going to do all 3 of the challenges. I get it. But let's just say we're going to focus on the dollar challenge. If you're doing the dollar challenge and you get to the 20th week and you don't have $20, but you look in your pocket and you got $6, you need to be putting that $6 up. You need to be putting that $6 up. Whatever it takes, it's just, you might not get to the $1,300. At the end of the year, you might have half of that. But I'm telling you that that goal that you see you have something is what's going to motivate you to keep doing it the next time. It is what it is, It's going to motivate you. I just have been fortunate that, it's, excuse me, it's just me and my husband now. So, but I also tell people that people say, oh, you got money and crazy stuff like that. I'm like, tell me what money I have. Because I see the same people that tell me that I have money in the store buying $30 worth of lottery tickets every day. So if you're doing $30 in lottery tickets, your saving is not sexy, because clearly, even if you cut it in half, you could save some money. So just be mindful of the things that we play into. I don't smoke cigarettes. So I don't know, most people smoke 3 packs of cigarettes a week. That's $30. You can save that $30. To save half is be saving your life. I don't drink alcohol, so I don't have to worry about going to the bar, buying 2 drinks and some chicken wings. I want them chicken wings, but I don't need them 2 drinks. I ain't going to the bar either, but it is what it is. And I'm telling you, I'm guaranteeing you, I walk the walk, I talk the talk. If you have a product and you are willing to put in the hard work and sell your product, I'm going to be first person to buy it. Facts. You can ask anybody. If you have something, I don't know too many people here locally that have a product that I haven't supported in some kind of way. Sometimes I even forget to support or market my own items, because I just am mindful that, other people are doing the same thing. I also know I see people doing the challenges and they're like, oh, I'm doing the money challenges, and they're doing it with their organization. You could do whatever you want to do. It's just a 52-week challenge, and Saving is Sexy is me. It's my brand. Trademark. Registered. All of that. So I want people to learn more about money. And I think I learned about money from being in the career that I'm in. I'm in a non-traditional career. So I often worked with men who were the breadwinners, who would sit down at the table and pay their bills, and I would listen to them. I learned about pensions and annuities from being in the career that I have. But people, because we're from where we're from, people aren't really talking about pensions and annuity. And once you know about it, it's only until after your loved one dies, and then you realize, oh, well, we getting a check now. So that's what I'm saying this needs to be about. So please just don't look at it as the 52-week challenge. Look at it as a place for us to come and encourage, motivate, and inspire one another. That's what this is about. And I'm telling you, everything about me, I try to do exactly what I'm saying. And if I fall short, I hope I have like 500-600 people in this group. Somebody pull my coattail and be like, nah, Bashir, that's not what it is. You know what I mean? Because I'm still learning too. But anything, if I hang up from off this live right now and I find something that's informative, I'm going to share it. Because that's just how I am. That's just, I need for us to see better. We all been in this city. Our families have been in this city. And yet the conditions of our people are still the same. Because we're not talking about these things. And some people, even when you think they're not looking and listening, they are. And I can tell you from, I also do taxes. I can see people that are making money, but in their mindset, oh, I don't want to make too much because I want to stay here on Section 8. And you look out the door, they got the nicest Toyota Camry, Honda Accord, all that. Come on, it's the conditioning, it's the things that we hold ourselves to. Sometimes you got to take that leap of faith and be like, I'm going to invest in myself and my children and my grandchildren's future. That's what this living thing is all about. We shouldn't be in the same space. If you are, no, I can't do that. Always, in raising my children, I always told them if they wanted to do something, they had to be committed to it for a whole year. Don't make me pay a fee, registration fee, and then after a week you talking about something you want to quit. No, you got to do it for the whole year. If you want to do anything, I need you to write it down. Tell me what your 5-year plan is every step of the way. When they were freshmen in high school, tell me what your 5-year plan is. Now that they're out of high school, I need to know what you're going to be doing in 5 years. And I tell them the same thing. And I showed them, So I hope when I see them, I know that the way that they are is because they were paying attention. Even when I thought they weren't paying attention, they were paying attention. Even when they bucked on me like, we don't want to listen to you, Mom. Stop talking about that. Come on, you might fall. So that's what I'm talking about. It's just honest conversations. And if walaikum assalam, anything that I know, if you see me, you stop me, you inbox me, I'm going to tell you if I know it. Because when I said before, when I get my seat at the table, I always say to somebody, whether it's I'm going on a radio station, whatever, I say, can I bring 2-3 of my girls with me? They got good products. Can you spotlight them? It does me no good to leave, any of my sisters, friends, whatever, behind me. It does me no good. When I'm traveling, it's never to brag or whatever. It's just to show you that anything is possible. It's just the little things. Like, we have to be mindful of everything. So saving is sexy is more, it's a lifestyle. It's a brand. It's everything. It's where we as women, and I'm sure you often hear me say that I believe that women, we're our children's first teacher. And so if we don't get it right, then you see the things that you see out in our community, the way it is. Your kids, they want to be parented. They want you to tell them. But if you don't know, we're here. And I'm willing to share whatever I know. So as I said to you before, the money challenges, credit repair, please don't pay anybody. Don't do it. Don't pay nobody $39, $59. And yes, I do see sisters having businesses with that. But I don't believe in paying for something that you could do yourself. That's why I say I do have the forms. But if you got the internet, go print the forms out yourself. You know what I mean? If you want to buy them from me, yeah, I'm going to sell them. I'm an entrepreneur. But I'm telling you, like, you can get them online. You can get them in all different things. This is about empowering women, empowering each other so that maybe the next generation won't see it, but the following one will. So that's what it's about. The penny challenge, the dollar challenge, the $5 challenge. Repairing our credit, having honest conversations, not being afraid to speak up and say, this is what I need help with. This is what I'm willing to help you with. I really don't sleep. As y'all can see, I might get 4 or 5 hours a night because my goal has always been to retire when I'm 55. At this point, too, I don't believe it'll be in the United States because the value of our dollar is worth much more in other countries. I guess that's why immigrants come here, and when they ready to leave, they go back home because Africa, $1,000 was $14,000. And the living was not, I'm sure they had ghettos or whatever, but we saw it. But you can live good. For what we paying for a house somewhere, you can live good. So I need to, that's my level up. I don't know where it's going to be, but I need to be around people that are motivated or trying to do well. And maybe it's not for me to go out of the country or whatever. Maybe it is, my, what Allah wants me to do is just what I'm doing right now. But if you're inspired and if you tell your friends to come on here, let's all get to the next level. That's what we need to do. I just had a thought on something in regards to, here's the thing. I remember 6 years ago when I was buying my house, credit was good. They looked at my debt to income ratio. They told me I can afford a house for like $475,000. Oh, my husband was excited. He was like, oh, we gonna get it. No, we not. Hey, Denise, I said, we ain't getting no $400,000 house. I got me a little $100,000 house because I knew Naya Maliha was going to be gone in 2 to 3 years. I don't need no big house. Now I'm trapped in a closet. Nope, that's not going to happen. $1,000. That means if I lost my job or my husband lost his job, one of us can afford to pay all the bills. And that's what we need to be mindful of. Don't let someone encourage you to get into debt. You go get a new car and you think, oh, I got this nice car. My car payment $600 a month. Whoop. What about the car insurance? New Jersey's insurance is high. It's based off your credit score. So if your credit is bad, your insurance is high. I don't have $1,000 for car and car insurance a month. I don't care how saving the sexy is. Not me. I have what kind of car I got? A Chevy Traverse. My car payment is $235. And that's the only thing I pay on because you need to have revolving credit. But if I could, I would have paid that joker off. But I needed something to maintain, to keep my credit moving. And I said in the last one, my credit score fluctuates from 780 to 820. You know, I pay all my bills at the beginning of the month. Every month between the 1st and the 5th, depending on how paydays fall or whatever, is when I pay all my bills. It doesn't matter if the gas bill is due on the 10th. It doesn't matter if the electric bill, cable, whatever. On the 1st of the month, every bill at 644 gets paid at the 1st of the month. And that is how you grow your credit score too. Your electric bill over time, all that, is impactful. Like when you first move somewhere, you got to put the deposit down. You get it after a year of paying it on time. They're watching that. It might not show up on your credit score, but it will when you try to move and you leave a bill. Let's talk about facts.
Yeah.
It will when you go on someplace, your budget or whatever your bill is based on the previous person and what they spent there in that location. If I'm wrong, somebody tell me, but the last time I did, I went somewhere, they was like $350. My electric was never $350. We have to be mindful because there's some stuff getting ready to happen that we're not even prepared for. We have to be mindful. We need to think. We have a lot of educated people right from where we're from. A lot of us is educated, but we gotta use our education to help one another. It's that the bridging of the gap thing. Alternative routes to school. Some of us didn't go to college straight from high school. Some of it took a little bit longer. It doesn't matter, but the best thing that we have is the ability to read. And so when we're reading and we're sharing with each other, that's how we're going to get to the next level. That's the only way we're going to get to the next level is investing in each other and knowing and wanting for your sister what you want for yourself. So, again, we're going to do the penny challenge, $667 minimum. So that means if you just every day came into the house and put your coins in according to the day of the year, the first day, 1 penny, second day, 2 pennies. If this is the 20th day of the year, 20 pennies. If this is the 100th day of the year, that's $1. The last day of the year is $3.65. Are you walking around with that many coins in your pocket? No, but facts. Sometimes you go to the store and you out shopping all day. By the time you get home, you may find $3 worth of change in your pocket. So just because this is the 21st day and it's technically only 21 cents, you still should put all that change in the thing. And I guarantee you, you will have that $667 at the end of the year. You'd be surprised how much time, walking to the store, getting something, you buying something for lunch, 23-cent change, whatever, save it. Another thing that I do, Easy Pass. If you coming from Mays Landing into the city or whatever, you could do Easy Pass. And if you paying it online, you actually get a different rate. It's not 75 cents. It winds up being like 53 cents. 53, 58 cents. I got to look at my bill to see. So I do that. When I get paid, every 2 weeks I get paid, I go to Wawa. I get me a Wawa gift card that I received 3 years ago when I started my job, and I put $100 for gas on my Wawa card, and I only use my card for gas. So that's how I budget that too. It's what you have to do. We all on a budget. We could be balling on a budget. What y'all think? Yeah, we could ball real hard on a budget. Because, I would like to do a group of all of us going on vacation somewhere. Sister Aisha and I and a couple of my other girlfriends, we went to South Africa. That trip cost us $1,600. Somebody had the audacity to be like, "Oh, Bashira, you rich. $1,600? That's a lot of money." And I'm being mindful, but $1,600, think of how much you waste on $1,600. So for the price of a Louis Vuitton bag, a small one, I went to South Africa. And the experience that I got, it has no value on it. There's no value on what I saw with my eyes. The feeling that I had. $1,600. Hi, Internet. when I went to South America. That trip cost me $950. I saved that in my coins. Now, when I think about it, I be like, you know how many times I go to the store and I'm spending something? I'm like, dang, you know. It also makes you be mindful, like, of the waste that we do. So that's what I'm saying to you. Like, if you can't do all of them, do one of them. Do it in some form or fashion. If you can't do all the money, just put something in it. Because at the end of the year, if you save $300, it's $300 more than you had the previous year. This not about being braggadocious or being shy or anything like that. It's about encouraging each of us to get to the next level.
Okay.
So, you know, this year with both my daughters being in different spots, I'm grateful that I had that the saving challenges, because that's the only way I would have been able to assist them in the things that they need, because I still have to live, you know. Sometimes people be like, oh, you get date night, you go out. I'm like, yeah. But again, I don't smoke. I don't drink. I don't play the lottery. So my husband takes me out and we may spend $50 each day. You see, I be going to that diner, right? That diner, you get salad, you get your entree and dessert. $22. Oh, and it's good. Please. I'm far from being rich. I counts the coins. I secure the bag. I'm cheap as hell. You know, a lot of you women are over in my coupon group too. Sisters with Coupons. That's me. I started that page almost 4 or 5 years ago. I have like 5,500 people in that page. I don't even coupon like that no more. But I planted the seed. And people already knew. You know what I mean? So it's just a forum for all of us to come together and share collectively what we know. You know, people say now, I didn't even know that was your page. I didn't know you needed to know. If you saving, what the hell does it matter whose page it is? $1 is the dollar. Save up, share. On that page, I do the same thing. Encourage people. You don't celebrate Christmas. You don't celebrate Thanksgiving, but there's some needy people out here. It's Sadaqah. What you're not using, what you have excess, give it away. It's facts. So I'm telling you, like, you know, I'm telling you what I do in my everyday life. I walk the walk. I talk the talk. And I'm just mindful that I know what it's like to make 6 figures and get dropped down to 35,000 by choice or by layoff, and still have to raise kids and maintain. I know what that is like. So, Zaza, don't put your hand in there. You might close it. So just be mindful that these are the things that we need to do. I encourage you, if you like nice stuff, like nice stuff. I'm the queen of the $10. I ain't buying nothing unless it's $10 or less. Trust. But my problem is that I buy, it'd be $100 worth of those 10 things. I'll get every color and then don't never ever wear nothing but the same thing. I know you'd be like, Bashir always got on the same stuff. Yes. I got a problem. So I need to figure that out. You know, I ain't got it all together, you know. So I love $10. Old Navy, t-shirts, all that, love it. Jeans, love it. I might got a good pair of sneakers, but I'm trusting they was 2 for $55 or something. You know, I still got an Apple Watch. I haven't even wore it yet. My husband bought it for me. I'm like, stop. You know what I mean? I just don't see the need for it. You know, so let me know what you guys want to talk about. The money challenges, the fixing our credit. We're going to do that, and understanding, you know, when you go look at a car and you're driving down the street and you see that car and they'll say $249 for that Honda Accord, and you go there and Mr. Charlie be like, oh no, it's $549. It's based on your credit. That price that's in the window is based on your credit score being 720. 720. And again, that's what the car payment is. But this is New Jersey. And New Jersey bases your insurance off of your credit score. So you can say, oh, it doesn't matter or whatever. Oh, yes, it does. So we're going to learn debt to credit ratio. You should only be spending 26 to 28% on housing. You know, you should only be spending no more than 30 to 33% on your credit cards. Stephanie, wear it until it's worn. Girl, you ain't never lied. You never. I swear to you. I swear to you. When I was raising Naya and Maliha, I had some Old Navy jeans that I must have had for 10 years. I never treated myself like that. I mean, I had the same thing. I hope I was presentable, but it was about my children and making sacrifices for them. You know, so now I don't have them, and I feel like I'm splurging on myself now, but okay, time's up. Them days is over, because I need to be comfortable when I don't know if tomorrow or the second Allah will call me back, but I need to be comfortable. But be smart. Let's be smart about it. You can be nice looking and all of that. Yes. So just let me know. Anybody have a question? I know soon as I get off the live, I'm going to think of something that I should have said. But like I said, I'm going to do these live videos every week to show the progression of where you should be in saving the money. If you feel, like I said, if you look at the 50, I'll be back on Monday or Tuesday. Inshallah, I'll be back in the city. So I can get you the forms. Just inbox me and tell me you need the forms. Or you can go on the internet yourself. Just type in penny challenge, 52-week challenge, $5 challenge. Just put in on Pinterest. You can find the forms. If you getting the forms for me, because my logo is on it and, it's my brand, then yeah, I do all 3 forms for $5. If you just want one form, $2. But if you going to do all 3, it's $5. I have my mugs for $10. I have the calendar for $20 and t-shirts for $20. I have t-shirts from size small to 2XL. This is my brand. This is what I'm working on. This is what I want my level up to be. I don't want to continue to work for somebody else. I want to encourage us in entrepreneurship. Like, again, I said earlier, the fastest segment of people buying houses is African American women. The fastest segment of entrepreneurs is African American women. So, and even with that too, let's be mindful that the fastest growing of people incarcerated, is African American women. So you better stay woke. You can have legal hustles. In my platform, a lot of us, we help each other, we market, we network one another. If you see the women that have been rocking with me, Kitchen Do, at one time I was buying something from her every week. If I could find something to get from her, walaikum assalam, Rita, I would buy again. I do get my hair cut from her. My cousin and I, we bake together. Spouts makes teas. A couple of my girlfriends do. Tracy Lynn is Denise. Paparazzi jewelry. My daughter has her own brand. If you have something, I'm telling you, don't think of anything being too small. Aisha has been my sister friend for over 20 years. I can't think of a time that I did not go over her house and she wasn't like, "Bad Sherry, you want some tea?" Spouts, right there. Great brand. Great story behind her brand. Brown Baby Cakes, Nicole Corbett Harding. Same thing. Not able to see positive brown images in our community. She started Brown Baby Cakes. My granddaughter now is 4. Zaza's first birthday was nothing but Brown Baby Cakes. We did the place settings. We did the balloons. We did the cake. Everything. It's supporting the people that are around you. And people always say, Black women, we don't support each other. Not me. Not me and my crew. Not us. And I have no problem with gifting or giving or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes I'm just in my house baking and I bake stuff and I might call somebody and be like, "Hey, I made some cakes or whatever. I'm giving it away." It's just what I like to do. It's just where I am right now in my life. I don't want stress, and I know that mental illness, stress is one of the underlying things that causes all of those things is money. Is money. So you can find somebody who is poor and rich at the same time because they understand, they respect money. If right now I had $100 in my bank account and I didn't know how to manage it, if someone came along and gave me $1 million, I'm still broke. I'm still going to do the same thing that I did with that $100. You know what I mean? All of us ain't going to be rich. All of us ain't going, but we can be comfortable and be satisfied. It's a mindset. It's the satisfaction you get right here. And I'm telling you, I have been in other countries and people recognize me. I kid you not. Sitting in an airport in a Spanish country, hearing somebody say, Bashira, I'm like, wait a minute, who's that? Oh, my wife is following you. Really? Now I formed a friendship with that family. They live in Atlanta. When I go to Atlanta, I see them. We go out to dinner. You know, my daughter doing her business ran into somebody that is helping my daughter on some stuff. It's networking. It's getting back and doing what we see other communities doing. There's nothing wrong with it. You know, I see people arguing about Cedar Market, how many stores they have. We have the same opportunities. You know how many people look at how many businessmen we have in the city, whether you're doing pharmaceutical or doing whatever. It's the same concept. You just got to apply it a different way. You know, so why can't we do that? Why can't we instill in our children and get them to the next level? Encourage your daughters, math and science. Everything is woven together. So if you think that 52-week challenge is just about saving money, no, it's not. This page is not for you. You know, this page is about so much more. It's about encouraging one another to try to get us to the next level on whatever it may be. We have so many educated, not necessarily college-bound women, just educated from trial and error. We need to share that. I'm encouraged by Jada Pinkett Smith, her Red Table Talks. We have got to get back to having real conversations and saying some stuff that's going to hurt somebody's feelings. Because so what? Somebody should have hurt my feelings a long time ago. I disclosed the other day that I filed bankruptcy for $7,000 almost 20 years ago. It stayed on my credit for 7 years. What the hell? But nobody was telling me about money. Nobody was saying nothing about money. Chic, I see you want to save for home ownership. There's really good programs in the city, but in home ownership, you have to look at the whole thing. Like I said, owning a home, if you come from renting, low income, it's a big step. You're responsible for everything. So look at the whole total picture, where your kids are at, whatever. Yes, it's an investment, you know, but you have to make it work for you. You know, I'm only 5 years in my house, 25 in 25 years. How old am I be? Oh, you know, I don't know if I want to be paying $1,000 in 25 years for the same house. I'm not sure of that. But I think, too, a good thing that I've been reading about is people having family homes, getting homes and encouraging your kids to stay a little while. Now, I know we be like, oh, you got to get the hell out of here at 18. I don't know now if that's such a good idea with the price of how much stuff is. You know, eventually you're only going to go back to your children if they're good children. I tell my kids all the time, you need to buy something. Now I'll be 24. You need to buy something. Use one of my pensions to pay your mortgage. I just need a room for me to drop in every now and then because I want to be out of this country. I want to travel. I want to see the world. So, yes, we need to think of some other, options, alternatives. We need different things, because just to think that we have to be stuck right here. No. We don't want to do that. Encourage your kids. When you see something in your kids, you're the adult. Steer them the way that you think they should go. If you see them doing good in math and science, encourage them to be doctors and scientists or whatever. Because if you look around in other cultures, and we don't want to mimic any other culture because we do damn good on our own, but they encourage their kids. When their kids are born, oh, that's my doctor, that's my lawyer, and that's all they know. That's all they know. Encourage your kids to get into sports, but encourage your kids to be in them books too. Because at the end of the day, the best thing that we have is the ability to read. The ability to read. When we was in South Africa, I said the other day too, you meet people and they say, oh, I speak 11 languages. You're looking like 11? I ain't even mastered one yet. 11. And these people, they fluent in speaking, reading, writing, everything. And we struggling on the English language. I am, you know. And that's with education. I'm like, oh, now I'm like, there, what? Okay, damn. You know what I mean? But come on now. That's why we so far behind. We just have to have honest conversations. I tell you, my grandmother had a 4th grade education, but I seen her get up and go to work every day. Support 8 kids, never took from the system. She walked to work almost a week to before she died. So that's where my work ethic comes from. People be like, oh, you sick. Shit. Harriet wasn't sick. She didn't get to be sick. Sojourner Truth, Ida B. Wells, they didn't complain. And if they did, we ain't know about it. We complain about the dumbest stuff. Yeah, I'm sick. My child needed me. Make sacrifices. I'm hoping all the sacrifices that I made for my children, for my family, for my friends, you know, I'm rewarded. I can see it in my life. Every day I have a husband. We pray. Like, it's so much more. I told y'all I'll be saying some stuff. This is just not about 52-week challenge. This is about having honest conversations. And if you know me, you know I'm crazy too. So who knows where it might go. But it's right here. It's what's in my heart, you know, and I'm never happy if I'm not able to share whatever I know. I always have time. You call me, people stop me on the street, whatever. I always have time for it. And I haven't been given no opportunity that anybody else hasn't had. Yes, you know, Rita, let me tell you, the first opportunity that I had in 2018 was one of my coworkers is a AKA, and she invited me to a meeting that they were having, and I did my Saving is Sexy for them as a group, and it was a networking thing. Someone in that group invited me to another event, and someone in that group invited me somewhere else, and this is how this just goes. But if you are my friend or an associate of mine, you know that this is how I really talk. I can't change. In a sense, like, don't change me, because I can't fake. When I was not myself, I was so angry because I felt like, I was being, suppressed, so I am the way that I am. I have no problem with talking to people. I do on my own time. I go to Pleasantville High School, Atlantic City High School, and I talk to girl groups about women in non-traditional careers, because most people have no idea that, for most of my career, I was a plumber, 15 years or more. 25 years I've been in the facilities department, but I've been a tradesperson for 25 years. I currently supervise maintenance on 3 college campuses right now. So on top of my job, being a full-time mom, a damn good wife, a better friend, I want to be conscious and show up for my community. Everybody. As much as I can without jeopardizing, the most important thing to me right now in my life is my marriage. It's half my deen, So I'm grateful that my husband is understanding. He doesn't mind me doing all the things that I do. But on Friday and Saturday, again, don't invite me to nothing you haven't, because I'm not coming. I'm telling you right now, Friday and Saturday belongs to Mukman Nuruddin Abdullah. That's my date night. Unless it's planned and I can work him into it, I ain't coming. But from Sunday to Thursday, I'm blind, crippled, and crazy. I'm going to get to your event. If you invite me, I'm coming. Because there's nothing that I wouldn't want to do to empower people. Somebody encouraged me. Somebody encouraged me. I wish I knew who it was, but it was so many. It wasn't just one person, I was broken. When I lost my job at the Revel, that was the career that I had worked and went to school for years. And it was probably the first time in my life that I didn't have a plan B. My kids be like, I planned so much. Oh, you planned everything. And this was the first time that I did not plan. And when the Revel closed, I was like, oh, shit. What next? And I was so scared. I was so scared. And then one of my girlfriends that I grew up with, and we separated and came back, whatever, but we always kicked it. You know how you can have somebody you grew up with and you don't see him, but every time you see him, you show love? Chrissy Selby came over my house and was like, girl, you see all the stuff you do? I wasn't even mindful of all the stuff that I do that, I know I make money doing my little side hustles. I know that. You know what I mean? But it was that fear of not having whatever it is that I was making, and not realizing that if I just invested in myself what I was willing to give somebody else in their company, that I would be able to make it. And so Chrissy encouraged me. That's how we came up. Nicole Corbett and I came up with the Saving the Sexy coupon group. I literally was making six figures and I dropped down to $35,000. And I was like, how am I going to continue to buy Miss Maliha Jordans? And, it was never about me. Like, how am I going to keep on doing the dumb skullduggery that I put on my kids, And it was like, I taught myself, Nicole taught me, and we would share couponing. And then I just was like, I'm going to make a page. And then it just started growing. And like I said, 5-6 years later, that page has 5,000-6,000 people. It probably has more people sitting there, but I haven't been on there to click to add more people. Because sometimes y'all act ratchet in that group. They be going crazy over coupons. It's not that serious, So that's how it started for me. And just saving money from couponing and just through the years, always hi Tanika, wanting to make sure I'm able to do whatever I wanted to do. And I think now, looking back, yes, I've wasted some money. Yes, I have. But at the end of the day, I have one more thing that I need to complete as far as my religious obligations. And inshallah, this is going to be my year that I get to make Hajj. Yes. I feel like I'm good. Because I swear, I might get kicked out. If something happened, if I lost my job, that money that I saved for Hajj, I'm going. Inshallah. I hope this is the year that Allah invites me. Because I had the money last year, but look, the Yeti foot took over, so I couldn't go. So, Assalamu alaikum wa alaikum. Allah has to invite you. So I wasn't invited last year, but inshallah, with du'as, this is going to be my year, and then I would have completed my deen, all the pillars of Islam I would have, So just thinking about it is just like, inshallah, this is going to be my year. And if it's not this year, it's going to be something, a goal for me to try to obtain. But it would be even better if I see a lot of Muslim women on this page. And for y'all non-Muslims, if y'all converted, and if we all went, man, that's the bigger blessing right there. Walia, Tanika, Aisha, two Aishas I've seen in here. Anybody on in here, we need to be going on a trip somewhere, even if it's just to another state. We need to be doing something. If you buying a house, if you have a house, again, the last time I checked, it said $1,500 is the minimum you need to put into your house just for upkeep. So let's rock out. Let's do the best thing. Whatever you need from me. Wali is on here. If you want to learn stuff, she is a very resourceful young lady. All of us in here, we have something to offer. So if you have something that you want to share with the group in here, please, post it. I have to approve it because I don't want to be offensive to anybody, but if we're going to be adults about it and have honest conversation, this is it. Again, yes, I do see people doing Saving the Sexy elsewhere, but it's not Saving the Sexy. They doing the money challenges. The 52-week challenge, Saving the Sexy logo, that is Bashira Khan's for sure. Facts. So I'm going to teach everybody about forming a business. where to go to form a business, understanding intellectual properties, trademarking your things, branding is everything, all of that. This group is going to be provide tools for just about everything. That's my hope, inshallah. And I'm never too strict on what it is that I'm doing or trying to do. I just need us to come here as women and inspire each other. If you don't know, I'm also on a committee that's bringing the Women's March to Atlantic City. If you see, for the last couple of years, I've been just about to every march that they had in Washington, D.C., whether it was for the kids in Florida, the Women's March in New York, Philly, D.C. I went to all of them. And this year I'm on a committee that's bringing it here to Atlantic City. So this is in our backyard. The best thing is to, speak your truth. Live. Okay. Living your truth. Come out and support. Like, we need to link our arms together. And maybe you can't make it, but to tell somebody that it's happening. If you see it on my page, anything on my page, please share it. I'm going to have a YouTube channel as soon as I figure out how to upload them, because I've made some, but they're not uploading because I don't know how to work this iPhone. So anybody know how to teach me how to do the iPhone? And why the hell did they close the store in the mall? Now you got to go all the way to Cherry Hill. No bueno. So I gotta learn how to upload these videos. I ain't worried about editing them because, I just want to be real. I don't want to be patched together. I did an interview recently at the barbershop with CJ in Pleasantville. So if you missed something on here, please don't think that is repetitive, because 9 Laws of Success by Stormy Wellington is a good book to read. Okay, but that's another thing. I gotta find time to read because I really love to read. But yes, I also like Warren Buffett, 7 Sources of Income. I'm trying to strangle the hell out of 7 Sources of Income. I got about 5. I might even have 7. I'm just need time to think about it.
I like 5 ones because they was good.
Okay.
I just tried them.
You tried them? Okay, that's Zaza. She was hanging with me today. We went to the, she wanted to say hi. Yay, this is Jetta's baby. Legacy Museum today in Montgomery. I'm sick, but I just was like, I'm in this state. Oh, man, I'm so grateful that...
And it was got chains on girls.
They had the chains on the girls?
Yeah.
Yes.
And they was ghosts.
You saw a ghost?
Yeah, and they got chains.
They had chains on them?
Yeah, but they're not real.
They're not real?
No, they can't be real.
Okay, they can't be real.
No, because here pretend to be real.
Oh, okay. They was pretend real.
Yep.
Okay.
But they lost the kids.
Yes, they was kids. The kids had on chains too. But you see that? You see what kids are paying attention to? I was in that moment, while Walaikum Assalam, she knew. First thing, she was like, Mom, why do people got chains on? He's a 4-year-old, knows that no human being is supposed to have chains on. We got to free ourselves. So rock with me in the new year, 2019, January the 4th, I believe, is the first Friday of 2019. I'm going to post every Friday like I've been doing for the last couple of years, telling you how much you should save. If you know a better way for me to do it, please make suggestions to me. But I need support too, so my videos and stuff, when I go live, if you can share it on your platforms. If you don't like the content, don't share. Please don't be somewhere kicking my back in that I said something or whatever, because I am not here for it at all. This is about empowering women. I'm looking for Think and Grow Rich, Napoleon Hill, Rich Dad. Oh yeah, I read Rich Dad, Poor Dad. I have Maliha reading that now. I also I really want to read more. I was actually looking for a book club, so if anybody knows book clubs, I have one of the young ladies in my that's featured in the calendar is my best friend. I met her my first day at college almost 30 years ago. She wrote a book, and I would like to bring her to Atlantic City. Her name is Tanisha Alston. It's just a short collection of books. It's called Love Lost Found. TanishaAustin.com. You can find her book on Amazon. I do promote people. I will promote people. So if this is not what you're here for, start a business and then I'll promote you and it'll send you right back here because I got the black girl magic. Real talk. I guarantee you that I'll get you some sales. Guarantee you. Facts. You know, so, yeah, Keisha, Sister Amina, them damn cupcakes. You know, I'm good for $20 a week for some cupcakes. She make good cupcakes, y'all, but she in hiatus right now. Okay, so 52-week challenge. Tell me how at the end of the year I'm close to 2,000. That's great. So you actually over. If you're talking about the dollar challenge, you're over. So the minimum was $1,378. So if you at 2,000, holla. I get 10%. I'm over on mines too. You know. Oh, let's be mindful too. The smart thing is, maybe a couple years ago I was doing the challenge and somebody broke into my house. They got my pennies, but I got them back. You know, so I don't encourage people to keep money in the house. You know, if you have a bank account, if you have checking account, set up a savings account and just do the electronic transfer of what the amounts are that I'm telling you to do. You know, because that's smart. Try not to keep money in your house because people, you know, we're here to do the right thing. People are plotting on how they're going to come get your coins. So, you know, be mindful of that. Dang, Rita, you had some coins this year. Let a sister hold something. Okay. I like the dollar menu. No, I don't. I don't like no dollar menu. But I like sales. No. This year, too, this past year, if you looked at my travel, I basically was motivated by number 45 and his shithole comment. So, do you prefer using a bank or credit union? I like a credit union. And I've had TD Bank, Commerce and all that, but I really like credit unions. I really don't think that I take advantage of either as much as I should. Because I really don't have a need because I know listen, I don't let people talk me into buying nothing. You can't come upsell me nothing unless it's a piece of cake. I might not get one piece of cake. I might get 2 or 3 when I go somewhere. But I don't let people talk me into because I've been maxed out sometimes. You know, you make $400 a week, you spend $398, and you have $2. Let me tell you, keeping it in PayPal and Cash App, I don't know if that's the best thing to do too, because the government monitors those. And I'm going to tell you what happened to me, and it wasn't with saving money, but I'm getting ready to go somewhere on a trip, and it's not an ideal place to go, I should say. And in a comment of somebody making the payment to me, they put the name of the country, and they froze my assets there in PayPal. So if you're going to get money, transfer it out right away. And because they keep track of accounting and stuff, it's good if you have a business that's on the books. But if you just hustling or whatever, no, cash to hand. But like I said, Saving is Sexy is a registered business for me. Sisters Inc., my group of my women, that's a registered business for me also. So that's different. But if you're just starting and you might have a little bit of extra coins or whatever, like you have to be mindful of that. Because you know what too, you remember how back in the day everybody used to have hair braiding businesses, and once they saw that we were making money off of it, now they want to tax you on it. You know, I saw a girl in another state, she getting ready to have to do a year in prison because of her hair braiding business. So be mindful. Anything that we do and we start to learn and capitalize on, they come get us for. So, but, I mean, if that's the only option you have, I wouldn't discourage you. But maybe that's something, too. Go get the door. we can look into as far as the benefits of banking and or credit union. I know the credit union has a lot of benefits to it, but I know the bank does too. Close it. Okay. So yeah, you saw that too, Walia? I just saw that. So let's just be mindful, but as I said, like we can start researching some stuff. I forgot Maliha just started her business and she told me she was using what did she tell me? Something that starts with an S. But she's like, she likes it because they told her like it tells you how much percentage your business is generating and the average, and she's actually selling more than was projected. So they're really on her on the platform. Is it something like Spotted? Something I don't know. I'm gonna have to find out from her. I forgot. I'm gonna have to write some stuff down too because this memory, I need ginkgo biloba. It's just getting serious. So I'll look into that. Also, if you're friends with CJ from the barbershop, on his Facebook page, maybe 2-3 weeks ago, he had a young man on there talking about money and finances. He was good. If you're on Facebook, there's a group here called the Budgetnista. She's excellent. I've learned a lot from her. Michelle Singletary, I learned from her when she used to come on time, join her in the morning. Just do small things. If you set out and you say, you know what, this year I want to save $300, and you attain that goal or any amount, and you do it, watch how proud you're going to be of yourself. So that's what's going to motivate you to do more. Because clearly I was not doing all 3 of these challenges when I first started. Clearly I didn't even set out to be like, oh, I'm going to do the penny challenge. Mine was just coming in the house, throwing coins in a container. I've told this story before. Naya was home. She made the honor roll. And I was like, I'm going to give Naya the coins. When I got to that bank, and I believe it was like almost $700, I was hot as fish grease. I was like, oh my God. But I gave it to her because I had told her, I was like, this is your money, Naya. Let's go. You know what I mean? And then from there, just my girlfriend, Stephanie Harmon, she taught me years ago how to pay my bills as far as paying them at the beginning of the month. That's how I started paying my bills. I also encourage people that, let's say for example, it's getting ready to be income tax time. Now, I'm not sure if we're going to be on point with filing of our taxes, or because of the government shutdown, a week or two. Oh yeah, I saw that on her page about the house challenge, the Budgetnista. Look at her page. But I also encourage people, let's say, for example, you have a couple of kids or whatever the case may be, and you're getting ready to do your income tax, and you're getting $9,000 back on average. That's what I find. People get $6,000 to $9,000. So you're going to be getting that money back. And I explained to you that come January 1st, you should check into Credit Karma, go on the tab on there, get your free credit report, look at what you have outstanding on there. And this is the time. Don't think in terms of, oh, I'm going to get a new living room set if you don't need it. Flip it. Exactly. You know what I mean? Take that income tax money and pay some of them bills off, which is going to make your credit score go up. It's not going to go up in the first cycle. Credit card cycle is 28 days. You won't see the change for maybe close to 45 days, to 60 days. Exactly. Build up your credit. Pay something. What I did years ago, the first time that I got like $9,000, because I was a single parent with Naya and Maliha, I think I was making like $45,000 that year. When I got my $9,000, what I did was I had figured out how much my bills were, everything for the month. And I paid it 3 months in advance. Back then, my overhead was still like $1,500. So I took half, $4,500, and I paid up everything for 3 months. Now, you may lose You know what I mean? Or the mind's, you're thinking in your mind, like, okay, I just lost $4,500. No, you didn't. Because you're going to be putting it back because you'll be getting it in your paycheck, you know, what you would have paid out anything anyway. It's just that you were putting yourself ahead so that you could build your credit score up. Because once you free up your credit, even that is a game. You have to learn how to play the game with your credit score. And like I said, even though I pay my bills at the first of the month or whatever, you know, we have that 1 month coming up in January. If you can pay every other week, we get 3 paychecks this month, you know. So take one of those paychecks and pay something. Because if you think in terms you paying somebody, I've seen people who pay $39 to $59. $59 for 6 months, that's $300 and almost $50. I'm sure something on your credit you could have paid. Just take the $59 and pay something on your credit. Why are you going to pay somebody else? And please, I'm not knocking nobody else's hustle if that's what they do, okay? But I'm just saying, it's other ways that you can make this stuff happen for you. It's other ways. Build up your credit and everything else is going to flow. Keep your credit score up. And get it past 620 and you'll start to see. The thing is just not consume the face value of the credit card. Like, for example, I'm down here. My daughter had a situation. I had to come down to Alabama. You know, I paid $7 for my rent-a-car. $7 for my rent-a-car because I use my credit card for travel. Now, I have a credit card, but I spend on it to book my flights and my Airbnb, but I pay it right off. Soon as I get the confirmation, I go right on to the credit card and I pay it off. So I'm never like using more. Okay, go ahead. So that's what I'm telling you. Like, and because I use the same credit card, I'm building points for travel. So I get points for airfare. Clearly, I could not have flown to Alabama and California as much as I did this year just saving the sexy. But I've been using points. I use my points for that. I use my points when I went to Florida with my girlfriend for her book signing. Same thing. Car rental for 3 days was $100. You know, but the $100 was just because I took the extra insurance. It would have only cost me $7. I didn't have to take the Enterprise, but I don't want to have to pay nothing out my pocket. So I was like, cool. And her and I, we split the cost. So if you're going to have a credit card, make it work for you. Some people even say pay everything on a credit card and just pay that. You have to be disciplined for that. You have to be disciplined for all these challenges too. My husband often say, like, you really going to say that $5? Yes. And the craziest thing that happened to me one time, you know, I had $50, a $50 bill. I went into Wawa because I love that 44-ounce cup and then the hospital ice from Wawa. So I had the cup and I had some Cheetos and it came to like $4 and something. And I gave the lady a $50 bill. She gave me back 9 $5 bills. You talking about mad as hell? Because that was my $50 for the week. So I ain't had no money. I mean, I had money, but I can say, oh, you know what? I ain't going back to the bank. I don't go to the bank. Only go to the bank to make deposits. Anything else, send it to my bank. Send it electronically. You know? So I had 9 $5 bills and I put it away. If you look at how I price my cakes, everything that I sell, basically, if it's a loaf or something, $15. If it's a pound cake, $25. Cakes, $35, $45. Everything ends in 5 to ensure that I'm trying to facilitate me completing the $5 challenge. That's how I do my 5s. But I save every 5 that comes into my hand. I have $15 in 5s in my wallet right now from me being down here. I won't spend it. If I crack a $20 bill and I get 3 5s back, I save the 5. But it comes from being disciplined. You have to be disciplined. But in the end, I look in terms of, you know, when I go to the bank on Monday, the 31st, I did more in the challenges. I'm going to have a couple coins in there. But I'm spending it the next day. Y'all hear me? Saving is sexy. I saved for a whole year, but I'm spending it. I'm going to sit down on the computer between the 1st and 3rd of January, and I will book my trips for this year. I'm going 4 places. Every year, I try to go on vacation every season. That's what I do with my my saving challenge money. I travel with it. Now, I do save, other money and stuff, but for the purpose of me doing the challenge is for travel. And that money is the travel for me to book trips, and then I allocate like $1,000 depending on where I'm going and what the value of the dollar is that I do. So yeah, Amina is saying that there's too much free help.
Can't see me.
You can't see yourself?
No.
Oh, okay. Hey, pretty girl. You should get some tissue, and I'll help you. It's too much free help. Anything that you want to learn, it is on the internet. What you want to learn?
I do homework.
And do homework?
Yeah.
Yes.
Because it was not hard. My mom helped me.
Your mom helped you with your homework?
Yeah.
Okay. Thank God. So,
Look.
I think we've been on this live for that must mean it's a good live because people are still tuned in an hour and a half later. So I'm very appreciative. I take nobody for granted. Please, I got you. You guys got me. I got you. We're going to rock out. All of us is going to save something this. Oh, she need a gymnastic class. Ooh.
And I do
So that's another bill I'm going to incur this year.
And I do this.
Okay. Ooh. She get that from me, y'all. Crazy.
This is a spin and you fall asleep.
Okay. Okay.
And the prince kiss you.
The prince kiss you?
Yeah.
No boys can't kiss you.
No,
It's a frog.
like a Sleepy Beauty.
Sleeping Beauty.
Yeah, the prince kissed Sleepy Beauty.
Oh, okay. Disney. Ooh. Yes, you are very. Thank you, Cherie. Hey, Miss Cha-Cha.
Cha-cha.
I met one of your girlfriends too. Maybe 2 weeks ago, and she was telling me that she wanted to do the money challenge. I'm grateful. I'm grateful for anybody that's sharing and telling people about this. That's what this is about. Let's share. Let's share whatever we got up here. And stop looking at people and thinking that they can't possibly know, because somebody knows exactly what you know. Somebody helped them get to that point, and we're going to help each other get to the next stage. So again, coming in 2019, we're going to do the money challenge. We're going to learn some tips on credit, debt to credit ratio. Somebody asked about home ownership. We're going to focus on the pros and cons of banking at a traditional bank and a credit union. Well, I will find out. I will find out, and we will help each other out. Thank you, Stephanie. We just black girls. We got that magic. Oh, so I started to tell you about the march. So I'm doing the march in January. I'm also contributing to Shalonda Austin. She's writing a book, and so I'm going to have a chapter in her book.
No, don't do that, cause she'll be angry.
Okay. I admitted some stuff in my submission in her book that I'm not ashamed of, because I'm just at a point in my life where I just want to be transparent, because I know a lot of people have gone through some of the same things that I've gone through. And I think that's how we begin to heal, living in your truth, standing in the truth. So I'm contributed to that. The Young Ladies Unite, they're having their second annual
The tea party.
forum. I believe it's April the 29th.
Jen, I think they're having a tea party.
So I'm going to be on the panel for that this year. I'm grateful that they invited me. I'm grateful that people are paying attention. If you have an organization and you would like me to come talk to your organization, yes, I will. I take in-kind donations. I'm hoping that if I come, that somebody supports me in my brand. You know, I'm willing to come for free. It's no problem. Knowledge is key. So, as I said, January, February, March, April, I have something lined up. My group, Sisters Inc., we're going to have a paint and sip. I'm going to be supporting the local artist that does the painting. I just have to find a venue, so I hope you guys come out and support that.
Jenna, I have to find Memphis because it was good.
Okay.
Have China.
No problem. And then I'm going to try to do a pop-up for all the women that's in Sisters Inc. so that you can come out and see the brands that I post every day or every other day on Facebook. I am supporting males also. Right now, I like Sean Dawson for T-shirts. iPin Hits. Beware, Black Women Are Really Everything. That's Stephanie Harmon's son, Jamil. He's out of Atlanta. I like his brand. You know, we have male entrepreneurs here too. But, you know, for me, it's about women. You know, in the sense that, like I said, if you educate a woman, you educate a nation. And so, being that a lot of us are single parent households, if we get it, as far as like education, then a woman is going to encourage her kids to be educated. That's my thinking. And I can be wrong. Again, I don't know everything, but you guys help me, help you. And we're going to get to the next level. So, inshallah, we were able to be resourceful to one another tonight. I will come to you again. I believe I'm going to do my lives on Sunday. On Sunday around 3-4 o'clock in the afternoon. I'm going to put a poll up on the page, and then that way we can determine when's the best time for people to tune in. I just knew that it was the end of the year with the money challenges, and I wanted to make sure everybody knew where we were with those challenges.
I'm hungry.
Okay, I'll go feed you now, okay? We don't need no diapers in Alabama, because they lynch people down here. Whew. Did y'all know that? I did not know that most people were lynched in this state. She's funny. So if that's it, this is what I do it for my babies, my children. It's the sisterhood. So if you need to know anything, please inbox me. If you want to add, you can add somebody to the page. I'm going to put the 52-week challenge on my Facebook page because sometimes people will say, add me, and I forget. So just click on the link and add yourself, and then I'll approve it. Again, every week, Sunday, inshallah, I'll come. And then we can go from there. So I appreciate everybody. Have a great night. That was a nice hour and a half segment there. I'm so encouraged and excited for the new year. So saving is sexy. Penny challenge, $1 challenge, $5 challenge. I love you too, Aisha. Getting our credit straight. Anything that we want to talk about, we're gonna use this forum. I have a couple of people with different venues that if you have something that you want to know about radio stations, if you have something you want to share with others, let me know and we can get it on different outlets so that it's reaching us, because nothing is too stupid, nothing is too small. And next year this time, inshallah, we're all available and here. We can add to our stories. I am going to do little short stories of people that I know that have done the 52-week challenge. So look for that, where they might have some tips on how they did it. Okay? So thank you again. Assalamu alaikum. Have a good night. I love y'all. Good night.